I grew up here riding Dartmoor ponies in this beautiful place in Widdicombe-in-the-Moor in southwest England. I struggled through school with severe dyslexia, and then my father left us, and I lived for the moments to come back and be with the ponies as they were my stabling influence. I did enjoy art college, and I applied to do a fine art degree course, but I got turned down, so I joined the travelling circus. My first long distance ride was when I arrived in New Zealand with a friend with just £60, but we had a dream to ride through both islands on our own horses. I came back and worked for magazines, many of them were based in London, when one of the main magazines went bust, owing me a lot of money. So I thought I'd start my own business. I started with 6 postcards, very little money, living in a caravan with my Jack Russell dog. It took me a while to write up the first book about our New Zealand trip. And then I decided I wanted to see my own country. So I went to Scotland. I met this Scotsman who said, "You ain't got enough budget, lassie." But here's Callum of Gargonick. He's a Highlander. And I rode him down to Land's End from the top of Scotland. And then the next year, I took him and his other Highland friend around Southern Ireland. My other long distance rides have been from Mexico to Canada, across America, and right across southern Europe, from Greece to northwest Spain. So Israel was my 7th long distance ride. I had been there first when I was 18. I'd worked in a kibbutz in the Sea of Galilee, and I hitchhiked to Jerusalem. I knew someday I would return. Last year, I heard about the reenactment, the 100-year reenactment of the Charge of Beersheba, which was in Palestine then, but now is in Israel, when the Anzacs charged the Turkish-German lines. It was called the last and greatest cavalry charge in history. So I went and photographed the impressive reenactment, and then I started my own ride from the north in the Golan, looking over into Syria and Lebanon. I followed down the Jordan River, south to Galilee, across to the Mediterranean, and then south to the Negev Desert, and came back up through the Judean desert to finish my ride at the ancient city of Jerusalem. It was a challenging and potentially dangerous trip, but as in all my rides, I trusted in God, and He saw me through. While exploring this complex and fascinating country, I rode through places that are written in the Bible, and I learnt about the country, its past and its present. I also met many hospitable people who helped me along the way, without whose help I couldn't have made the journey.
For more information on Tracey's books, rides and talks, please visit TraceyElliotReep.com. Thank you.